ready.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to another awesome sauce episode of Harm's Way Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Craig. Across from me, as always, is my Bud Ice drinking motherfucking brother, Eric. Eric, how are you doing tonight?
Oh my God.
I'm getting better.
I mean, I think your intros are kind of getting cringier, but like you totally.
That's the beauty of it, though.
When you turn it around to introduce me, it just the quality goes through the roof, and I'm like,
I see. You get so fucking scared though too, because when I say I'm your host, Craig, and then I literally like do this focus, and I see your eyes, and it glistens like the fear of God.
I've been described as a psychopath. I've been described as a cocker spaniel. I've been described as a gangster and whatever.
The gangster of love.
I'm doing okay. It's been a long day. I haven't done a lot.
The week goes on.
Long day.
It gets shittier because now I have a double ear infection. I'm finally on antibiotics. I don't know if I talked about this last show.
Yeah, you're fucked up. I'm kind of fucked up. I've developed this cough. It's been getting worse.
Your voice sounds a lot like mine.
And I don't know what's going on, man. I'm starting to get freaked out. I shouldn't say we haven't got a lot done. We've gotten a lot done today, I think. You and me, and then me and Dad. Dad.
I went over to pick up my kid, and you guys were like, hey, help us load scrap. And I was like, all right, fuck it.
That's the thing. I asked you, I said, are you coming over to pick me up, or are you coming over to pick up your kid? And you were like, I don't know,
man. And then the third option was, are you picking me up to go get ammo, then to come back and pick your kid
Because, like...
I didn't know, man.
You were coming over to get me.
No one fucking
But
knows.
I forgot to tell you that me and Dad were planning to go to the scrapyard because we had a shitload of stuff to take down.
Well, that's what. So I didn't see the Palisade. Fucking and then I pulled around and I saw it was in the backyard and I was like, what are they moving? We
just threw a bunch of loose trash bags of cans in that. You
guys made progress. That was... That garage looks...
I fucking made progress.
Man, he was out there hobbling around, all right?
No. It's 90-10, man.
90-10.
But we threw all those bags in there. We threw all those bags in there, and I said, Dad, which way are you going to take? And he goes, the slowest way possible. And then he goes and gets on fucking Nair, and I go, how? I said, how the fuck are you going to get down 21? And he goes, well, I'm going to jump on 21 for a little bit. I said, you're gonna be bombing at 65 with this shit. I said, no, Dad. I said, go down fucking Navarre. Like, what the hell?
You want to take one last trip around the block with all this shit?
I told him, I said, what the fuck are you doing? I said,
I didn't know.
It's 45. Nothing's going to fall at the back. But you're going to go bombing down 21, doing 70.
That's him.
And we're going to start seeing bags just going.
Yeah.
Some of them bags were only like a pound.
I know. I tried laying shit on top.
You know why there were all those small bags? Because every time I tried to start a new trash bag, Dad would bury it with other shit.
Oh my God.
He'd throw a bunch of shit on top of it. So I'd grab another trash bag, and that was what I would start.
Did you guys unload, or did they unload for you?
I unloaded it.
Oh, okay.
I unloaded everything.
So,
oh God, so we dumped the aluminum off on the scale, right? And then the lady was like, "Yeah, the big shit." She's like, "You're gonna have to go around to the big scale and whatever." So we went around to the big scale, and then we drove to the back, right? After we got off the scale, we drove to the back, and it looked like Verdun. There were just these giant craters filled with water in the back, and I said, Dad, I don't know how deep those are. And he goes, yeah, we'll be all right. He just goes bahaing through this thing, turns, backs up to a pile of random like shredded metal or whatever. The lady told us like the most fucked up instructions ever. She's like, yeah, pile beyond the way, left at the stops. What? And Dad goes, did you get that? I said, fuck no, keep going. So Dad just like backs up to this random pile, right? I open my door, there's a lake right out in front of me. And I said, what the fuck? And I look over and Dad's already like out the door going towards the back. He left his door open, thank God. And I look and it's dry land. So I crawled across.
Oh my God.
I crawled across his seat. I literally crawled out of the Palisade on my hands. Got down, got up, jumped in the trailer, started throwing shit out, and when we got done, I just pointed and I said, pick me up over there. And I just hiked to like 50 yards to the front, and Dad pulled around and fucking... The puddles weren't all that deep, but like where he left me was like it was a lake. I was like, I'm not jumping in that. It was probably 6 to 8 inches deep. I was like, I'm not jumping in that.
I didn't realize that shelf, that big blue shelf that you took down, all those shelves were rotted. Like,
you know why, right? Because there was a case of pool shock.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
It's that harsh alkaline shit.
Him and I picked up the ones that were connected and they fell apart.
It will eat through metal, and that's literally what it did. I have never seen liquid rust in my life. It liquefied that top shelf.
It would have. The whole thing
ran down the side.
Yeah.
Those fucking propane bottles, they weren't even in contact with it. They were a couple feet from it, and that was enough to rust the outside of them. Yeah, I had that shit all over my fucking hands because when we dumped it today, it just, and you can smell it. It's just got that real alkaline smell to it.
Chlorini. Yeah. Chlorini.
Yeah, but it busted open and it started just eating that shelf. And
I picked up the first one. Whatever it fell up, like disintegrated. In the middle.
Whatever it ate, it liquefied, and then it ran down to the next one and just started oxidizing the fucking. You notice it ate through all the paint. Well, through everything.
I hope he washes
the rust was like an 1/8 inch thick.
I hope he washes those
like
gloves
flaky,
off.
Like
because did you notice
coral?
I grabbed his grilling gloves.
Yeah,
I was using those to carry him. And I'm
those tan ones.
Yeah,
those are the ones I bought when I bought that stick welder.
Oh, okay, you're fine. Yeah. I thought they were his grilling gloves.
No, they're not the grilling gloves.
Those are actually really good welding gloves. I like those.
Those for like $10 from Harbor Freight.
Yeah, you're not gonna lifetime warranty. And
they're solid.
But
they'll work.
I have a pair of
them. If you buy anything inert from Harbor Freight, they're fine. Like a crescent wrench, it's probably fine. Gloves, probably fine. Anything with power, moving parts, what have you, don't fucking buy it from Harbor
Freight. I 100% disagree.
What?
I'll buy it every day.
I'll punch you in the mouth.
I bought an OBD2 scanner from them.
You're out of your mind.
I'll buy chainsaws. I'll buy air compressors.
Working where we used to work and you still say that?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Because I can buy. I mean, you know me. My tools are not bottom shelf. I have top shelf stuff.
Yeah.
You know me.
Why would you ever go back?
When I say that, take that with a grain of salt because you're talking about I have a multimeter that's Snap-on. I have Milwaukee power tools. I have upscale stuff. What I think
bougie.
is upscale.
Real bougie.
Yeah. Almost too bougie. But there are some stuff, Snap-on pliers or snap ring plier sets, Nipex. I won't ever buy another pair of aggressive grips ever again. Nipex is the best.
Would you say if we had to have the ranking tools discussion now, at least from my perspective, I would say Snap-on's probably the epitome when it comes to tools.
It depends, man.
Honestly, really, anything you can get Snap-on, you're probably not going to be.
You're
probably never going to have to buy another.
The ratchets are nice.
Let's do this. Let's have this discussion.
The ratchets are very nice. It all depends. Like the multimeter,
is there a Snap-on tool? Is there a Snap-on tool you can think of that's like, no, don't buy it. It's shit. There's another brand that's better.
Yeah, probably their 3/8 electric impact and their 1/2 inch electric impact.
Really?
Don't buy them. Yeah. Buy Milwaukee. Buy Makita.
Makita's solid.
Honestly, Harbor Freight's Earthquake is. I busted some nasty 3/4 with that shit.
Well, we busted some.
I blew one up.
We busted some.
Yeah, I blew one up, and then they tried to give me another
air impacts too.
Snap-on, their hand tools are going to be notches above the rest. Some of their stuff, like their barrel connectors or barrel plug crimpers, their individual electrical tools and stuff, don't do it. Just get the... Yeah. Harbor Freight has some of the best barrel crimps I've ever used. Their torches to do heat shrinks.
Yeah.
No. Bluefield makes a better one.
I always thought, like, if you were...
Their multimeter's
if you were serious, good. Makita was pretty solid. I always thought Makita was...
Everything's come leaps and bounds. Makita used to be shit.
I always thought Makita was better than, like, DeWalt, Milwaukee, Ryobi.
See, I've not had good results.
Pretty much when you lay out the brand names nowadays that you're dealing with, DeWalt, Milwaukee, Ryobi, Makita, you got Cobalt, all this other shit.
Cobalt's alright. Cobalt's air tools are a lot better than their electrics. I can tell you.
Makita was usually the one that was like, they hold
their own. And their
if I was on a budget, though, Ryobi actually does pretty well.
Ryobi's, they have a new lifetime warranty package for most of their stuff.
Yeah.
Ryobi was infamous for making maximum torque out of little tiny motors.
Yeah.
And their AC/DCs couldn't hold up to the power. And then the rest of the brands were the opposite.
You got Black & Decker.
No, Black & Decker sold out. They're overseas.
Black & Decker and Works. Shit.
Works? Now, I got a Works chainsaw just for shits and giggles because Grandma already had a bunch of chargers and batteries. I'm not going to lie, that little chainsaw,
Works
it's a 10-inch
is
bar.
the old people brand.
It's a 10-inch bar.
It's all the shit. Like,
I was cutting 9-inch logs.
They sell that shit on infomercials and whatnot.
And it did blow
the only
the chain
people
off.
who buy that shit are old people.
It did blow the chain off once on me. But I was cutting 8-9-inch logs like absolute butter.
If you're buying a fucking chainsaw, it should be a steel. That's it. There's only one answer there.
I have a steel corded that I inherited from Grandpa. It was the one thing.
Oh, I remember that thing.
And it works. It fucking hauls. I'm on the cusp of leaning towards battery-powered chainsaws now, though, to be completely honest with you. I used a couple of their smaller bars. I haven't used anything bigger than a 10. But for what I was cutting, and like solid oak and maple, shit was hot knife through butter. I got a little aroused at how well they cut. And there's very little warm-up.
How long can you cut for, though?
So my 10-inch, I think
you
I
only
got...
have like 20 minutes.
No. You get 45 to an hour, depending on what you're cutting, how much you're cutting. That's what it depends on, honestly. But I didn't have to clean a carb. I didn't have to mix fuel. I didn't have to worry about it spewing shit and oil everywhere. Now, you still got to put bar oil in it, but obviously, but... Honestly, the wind-up...
Yeah, but if you have your garage, like, organized and shit, like, is really mixing oil and all that stuff, is that really a big deal? Not really.
I don't really... I mean...
I think about, like, our garage, where the workbench is covered with bottles of fucking shit.
If you're telling me...
It's like, yeah, I wouldn't want to mix oil in there, but if I had a workbench that was clear and I could do this... Yes, Dad, that's a dig at you.
If you're telling me that I can get a 16-inch bar on a battery, and I can get 3 batteries with it, and the only thing I ever have to do to that thing ever is put bar and chain in it, and then replace the chain, I'm gonna think hard. I am. I'm serious, and that's why I've been looking at the egos and stuff like that. Little more money, whatever the fuck they're called. Little more money up front. Well, everybody's changing to batteries now. But little more money up front, but I don't have to worry about it, rebuilding a carb after 3 years or putting, what's the octane that you drove around town with me looking for just because it was cleaner. That's what you're supposed to run through them if they're not pre-mix. I don't have to worry about that. I just literally charge the batteries and go. Again, I know you got your qualms about that, but that's just how I'm thinking right now. Back to the discussion, though. From what I've seen, I've used pretty much all the electric power tools, with the exception of like Walmart's like Heart brand and stuff like that. I haven't fucked with those. Makita's come a long way. I've seen people beat the absolute piss out of Makita's.
Oh yeah,
and they keep going.
Oh yeah.
DeWalt, to me,
them fucking
I don't understand the
right hand drills.
The
right hand drills. Those things are fucking
the Mason
sick.
drills, yeah, and the whatever power drills. I don't understand the appeal to DeWalt because DeWalt pricing is starting to match Milwaukee with obvious gaps in quality. So to me, you're paying Milwaukee price for not Milwaukee. To me, I'm impartial though. Milwaukee is going to be my mecca.
I thought Milwaukee and DeWalt were both Chinese shit.
No. Well, DeWalt, I don't know. Jury's out because everybody that I talk to that uses DeWalt has switched to Milwaukee. because. The M18 series battery is just way better. DeWalt started doing their high output battery for their little motors that weren't built for them. And I think that kind of fucked them up. But to me, the power doesn't match the price. I'll pay for Milwaukee quality. And you've seen my shit. I've beat the absolute piss out of a lot of my Milwaukee stuff. Fuck, we used my grinder in the front yard.
Oh yeah.
The other day, and my batteries are getting old. I'm eventually going to have to start changing out my batteries. because even my 5 amp hours aren't lasting 5 hours anymore. My Sawzall, I've absolutely fucked stuff up with. I've cut bricks, steel, and wood with that thing. But you plug in a blade and a battery every time, it'll jerk you. My impact driver was I went through 2 of them, but I had the regular one, and then I switched to the actual hydraulic head. I'm telling you right now, there isn't anything on the market that can match. You could send fucking 18-inch beam lags in with that thing, because it's a hydraulic powered head with the torque, and it'll fucking eat that shit up, no problem. I've sent stuff into cinder, steel, self-tappers with that thing. I've heated it up, fucking burned through batteries all day with it, and it still goes.
What was that?
You can't leave it outside, though, in the cold, because the hydraulic...
We were looking at that zero-turn mower the other day.
That's the Ego.
I think it's Easygo.
Whatever, Eric.
You keep calling it Ego. That ain't right.
It's just funny.
How much was that? Do you remember?
It was $48 when it was on sale.
$4,800.
$4,800
for a zero-turn mower. Wasn't really all that big.
It's a 2 acre. It's a 2 acre.
The deck width was only like 48 inches or something like that.
That's more than what I need, yeah. But I think it comes with the batteries. I'll have to look that up again. But I'm pretty sure
come with the fucking
they're not
batteries.
going to sell you that way.
Yeah, it was like, well, you needed 6 batteries.
Well, you got to think that's a selling point too, because
huge too.
Let's say you buy that and you get 6 batteries. Are you only going? Let's say you have nothing else, Ego or Easygo or whatever. What are you going to buy from now on? You're going to get some of their power tools, right?
Yeah.
Because you have batteries now.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is make sure your shit's...
Well, those batteries were huge. So I don't know if, you're not going to take one of those batteries and slap it on the back of a weed whacker.
I think that's what they are, yeah. I got to do my due diligence and research on this. I was just spitballing because
look into it.
You could finance them for fucking zero, same as cash for like 12 months or something. They're basically giving those away. And I watched a bunch of videos on them, and the guys were cutting 2 acres of like fucking hay looking shit, and it was quiet. Dude didn't have earplugs in. He's talking with his wife on speaker, and there's multiple power modes. There's deck leveling modes. There's modes where you put it in smart mode, and it spins. It engages more blades if it's thicker, and then if it's thinner, it shuts some of the blades off. It's fucking cool. And it's a multi.
I feel like we should buy one and test it.
100%. Or have them give us one. It's a multi-display
Well, if it's zero down or whatever deal, or let's buy it. Let's put it on.
I'm gonna look at, because I gotta sell. I either gotta buy Dad's Cub Cadet, or I gotta sell this John Deere I have. I'm fucking done with John Deere. And if I sell the John Deere, I'm gonna look at, because Rachel will be out of. Yeah, she'll be out of nursing school. She should be out of nursing school by then. But I gotta look at other means of a tractor or a lawnmower at some point. But it's perfect for me because it's zero turn. You know I have so much shit to go around. And I can still line it up pretty well. You good? But yeah, I kind of do want to jump on one and be like... Everybody said how smooth they were, too. And they don't wind up. You literally just... And it engages.
Yeah.
And the longevity of it, even if you buy a brand new gasser, sometime down the line, you're going to have to replace oil. You're going to have to replace, what is wrong with me? Replace, I think it's the ear. You're going to have to replace pieces and parts of that for regular maintenance. No, I'm not speaking to Dad about mowers ever again.
We haven't done dick to that fucking Cub Cadet.
He didn't do it for the last one either.
He hasn't sharpened the blades in 4 fucking years.
Granted, Cub Cadet to me is the Milwaukee of mowers.
To
me, because I saw Dad had the LT 650 or whatever. He had that mower for like 14 fucking years, and he used it.
Yeah, the last one.
And the only thing he had to do was replace a battery. That to me is bonkers.
I feel bad though because the new one he got,
that's a hefty.
We've had that thing 4 or 5 years probably, right?
And it looks.
I think he got that not long after I moved home.
Probably. I've never used it. You've used it.
We've had it like 4 or 5 years. I felt bad because I pushed him into getting a bagger. I don't ever use the bagger.
Baggers don't work. I
never use it. It does work.
Does yours work? Okay,
it works.
The bagger I got on this shit ass fucking.
It works. Thing is,
John Deere does not work.
It is extremely rare that I would ever need to use it.
Yeah.
Because if you mow a certain way, you can manage the grass clippings and whatnot. If you mow frequently enough, you can manage the grass clippings.
Oh, you mean you don't just put that shit in a circle and then run over it again?
I used to do it that way.
Don't speak to me.
I got
Don't
fucking
speak to
tired
me
of that.
about
And I was like, no. I'll spray it all over the fucking yard.
That is.
Dad does that.
I see that, and a tear rolls down my eye as a homeowner now. That is wrong.
Now, what was I gonna say?
The bagger.
It's nice to have for the rare occasion that we, maybe as a family, go on vacation for 2 weeks. Go ahead, laugh.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What fucking family are you going on vacation with?
I'm saying if we go on vacation for 2 weeks in the summer.
I liked it for the leaves. But there's no
leaves.
Exactly. You guys aren't on trees anymore.
Well, we still have leaves.
Do you remember how many trees?
I was actually out raking today.
Remember how many leaves were in the front yard?
I raked up the pear tree. The flowering pear tree.
Oh, all 17 leaves? Yeah.
Well, there's quite a bit of them, actually. I raked that shit up today because we were out hooking up the trailer. And I'm sitting there looking at the grass we planted and looking at something. I was like, yeah, I should have got out here and did the leaves. But then I went over to the other side of the house and where the flowering pear tree is. It dumped a bunch of leaves. And I was waiting for everything to get done dumping the leaves. And then the weather got shit for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So today I was like, it's halfway decent outside. I'll go rake this shit up. And then tomorrow or this weekend or whatever, if it's halfway decent, I'll go out and bag that shit up. The stuff over at the other side of the house, though,
so
I'm just going to let it go. In the spring, I'll go blow everything off and we'll...
Going back to the tools thing, what did you want to ask? What was... Because we had touched on Harbor Freight. And as somebody who is an avid tool user, or a do-it-yourselfer, if you will...
Yeah.
Harbor Freight's a pretty genius fucking store when you think about the warranties they give. Because what had happened was I bought every Snap-on wrench there was. I did, just because everybody talked them up. And then I had to have a travel bag to go amongst the scumbaggeries to fix lift trucks among the plants. And I'm obviously not going to bring my Snap-on ratchets from point A, being my nice box, to the plant where they could get lost, stolen, or fucked. So what I did is I went to Harbor Freight and I bought all the Pittsburgh, same fucking ratchets, just Pittsburgh brand. And there were some surprising results as far as what held up and what didn't over time. Now, both of them you get. Those are two polar opposites, Snap-on versus Pittsburgh. Both of them, you get a lifetime warranty. And Harbor Freight does not ask questions. When you bring your shit back, they fucking exchange it. It's a good concept. Now, I know I joked around and said I would buy anything in there. Obviously, I'm not. That was an embellishment. I would not buy anything in there and expect positive longevity out of the life of that. But the warranties are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I also wouldn't mortgage my fucking house to get something insert Snap-on tool here. Because I did.
Well, that's why you budget.
So I haven't worked in the field in 2.5 years, right? I just paid off my Snap-on bill like 5 months ago. So like you have to be careful with that.
Yeah, but you also gotta not be a fucking junkie about it.
And that is a great analogy, actually.
Stop being a junkie.
Because
you racked up a fucking
you hear the guy roll up,
bill.
and you start fucking, itching.
Well, that's part of it, Craig.
And they do have stickers on the steps that says "Past this point."
You worked there what, 2 years? Not even 2 years?
No, yeah, not even 2 years.
Not even 2 years, and you racked up a fucking bill that followed you for years. Like,
well, to be fair, it wasn't. It wasn't as massive of a bill as you thought.
Don't be a fucking chunky.
I was, dude. Some of the guys got everything that I got plus a box. Do you know how much their boxes?
Yeah, and those guys have probably been working in the same job for fucking 8-9 years.
Oh, no, they're like flipping burgers or something now, but they're screwed. I got the cool stuff. I got was like, the needle grinder with the diamond carbide set. That's sweet. I got some air tools that were pretty good. I do have the Extendo neck 3/8 ratchet.
Speaking of junkies, did I tell you?
And that's dope. That is probably one of the coolest things.
Wait, is that the green one?
Yes. That's the one we used. It's nice.
That.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
And you know why? You know why I got that one? It's a button, right? The button's low pro. It's right next to the handle. You know, the only other one I was gonna get was Milwaukee's. Milwaukee had a paddle lever.
Yeah.
And I watched a guy stick it up there. He got the paddle lever caught on a brake line, and he couldn't do anything.
Yep.
And then when he pulled it out, it actually ripped the paddle. And it's real dumb because it's not a paddle on a button.
See, I don't like it. A lot of pneumatic tools have they have the flap, which is like the safety. They have a flapper you have to kick over, and then you hit the paddle.
Trigger. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This one was just a flat.
I don't like that.
It wasn't like it didn't push a button like you thought. The mechanism was actually in the fulcrum.
Yeah.
So when he ripped that, he was done.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'll take this big honking button that I know.
A lot of grinders are like that. They got you try to push the paddle down, it doesn't want to go down. You have to like kick the
trigger.
You have to kick the trigger and then pull the paddle.
Yeah, that's a safety thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a safety thing. I hate it. Shitty. I would rather have a hard tactile button.
Yeah.
Get in there and it's like I gotta put like 4 pounds of pressure on this fucking button to get it going.
I'm fortunate because I have enough tools between here and here.
Like you squeeze it sounds like you're breaking a fucking bone.
Yeah. If you were like, hey Craig, I want to build this, or hey Craig, I want to make this, I'm confident enough that between here and your house, we would probably have every tool.
Yeah, because
the bigger stuff,
wrenches.
Stop. The cooler shit, like excuse me. Like I want a nice table saw. I want a nice band saw. That's pretty, and I want a nice drill press.
You know why I cleaned that black table off?
I did have a lot of random shit on there. But
I cleaned it off because I was tired of leaning over it to write on the whiteboard.
And that's why
I didn't want that table there.
I think once we do this corner up, we slide the table to the corner.
Well, no.
Let's slide the table to the corner, and then we take the whiteboard and
I think you should get rid of all that shit over there.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm fucking working on it.
That pantry?
What are the pantries?
It's all old food and shit. Like you guys.
You're the one that keep coming down here and fucking eating that shit.
Because I'm starving all the time.
Hey, Pop-Tarts from 2017, you fucking weirdo.
We need to get rid of that, and then everything over there, and then move the black table down so we can get to the whiteboard.
I kind of want the black table against that wall, just that way, and then we'll move. We'll get it to where we can walk to it. The black table's useful.
I just got tired of leaning over the motherfucker. When I was writing over there, I was over there writing a bunch of shit, writing out plans and stuff.
Yeah, your solutions.
My final solution.
All right.
What'd you have written down?
Nothing about final solutions, but
I don't know. I have not.
So one of the things we talked about was getting older and obvious things that you have to do, not to be gross or anything. But I find myself at the ripe age of 33 having to trim my nose hairs pretty fucking furiously.
We mentioned this earlier because I'm 29 and I've already kind of hit that barrier.
Yeah, you old fuck. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's just it happened.
The story that this and you know me, I can't just write trimming nose hairs and that be a subject to talk about.
Woodland forest.
What had happened was one time for Christmas, and this was.
You ever rip them out?
This was, I'll get to that. This was a good. Let me give my funny story because this is probably 6 or 7 years ago. Mom and Dad bought us trimmers.
Yeah.
And one of the things Dad got you a Walls brand, which is pretty good. And he says, I didn't want to get you Remington.
Was that the year they got me the crowbar and the breathalyzer?
It might have been, yeah. Yeah. Presents have been weird the past decade.
Yeah.
But
Mom and Dad got me a crowbar.
He got you a Walls brand.
I think they got you a crowbar too, but they got me a breathalyzer.
Bro, I have so many crowbars.
Whose parents get them a breathalyzer and a crowbar for Christmas?
I don't know. People who aren't that fucking subtle. It was a Walls brand.
That's how white trash we are.
And it was waterproof. It was a sweet setup, right? I was super jealous. Yeah. But it had the detachable round cutter for the nose trimmers.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you still have this, but I was super jealous. And I was like, oh. And I thought to myself, I'm like, maybe it's one of those gifts
That wasn't the blue and black one.
They doubled up. Yeah, I think. I said maybe that's one of the. You know how they double up gifts for us.
It had the three circles that I could just like.
But it also had an attachment.
It was one of the ones you could rub on your chin and it would just take care of it.
It's waterproof too.
And then it had the back on the back side you could flip something out and it was like the traditional.
But you also had a nose trimmer that came with it. You had a round nose trimmer.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know about nose trimmers at that point.
I don't think
it was that Christmas. It was that set. And Dad said I didn't want to get you Remington because I didn't like the reviews. And I was like, okay, and I got all jazzed up. I was like, yeah, man. And all I wanted was the fucking nose trimmer. You look at my face, like I don't cut my hair that off. But the nose,
your beard's coming in quick.
Yeah, it's coming in full. So I'm like,
are we doing this? We growing beards?
I'm just lazy. I'm not gonna cut it.
Well, if you want to grow it, I'll grow it.
Whatever.
Listen, I don't care about the hair, but if you want to grow it, I'll grow it.
Yours is coming in pretty quick too, because you literally just got it.
Well, you want to grow it? We'll grow it.
I'm not shaving it, Eric. So
I'm not. That means you're gonna shave it.
Fuck you. I'm not shaving it, Eric.
I'm done. I'm just going to sit here and drink.
Listen, no, the story is funny. So, you had gotten the nose trimmer, and I was like, sweet. I was like, I hope that is a doubled up Christmas gift.
Yeah.
So, I looked through my tiny pile that's gotten tinier over the years, and and I find one that's shaped just like what you got. And Dad had just said the comment about not getting you the Remington one because he knew Walls was a better brand. So, I fucking ripped this thing open. Remington.
Oh.
He goes, whoop.
What?
And I don't have a nose trimmer.
He's so fucking stupid.
Attachment. I don't, right? I don't.
Just earlier.
And I'm going, oh my God. And I think that is the first time that I realized that Mom and Dad love you more than me.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
And
just shut up. You like
so
God
I was like, okay. And then that was the last time. I had been
Did you notice
manually cutting my nose hairs up until about a year ago.
There's nothing wrong with it. I did that when I...
No, Eric.
I did that before where I got up in it.
Shut your whore mouth. Don't you patronize me like that. The nose trimmer, I bought a $6 one from Ross, right? It's a game changer, bro.
That little yellow Remington that I have now.
Yeah.
I bought that fucker.
Okay.
I went out and got that fucker, and it has the little nose attachment with it. I just recently. It's funny we talk about this now because I just recently started using that within the last couple months. Yes. I started getting to the point where I was like, man, I can't breathe. What the fuck? And then I go and look in the mirror, and it's like a woodland forest in there.
Gross.
And I was like,
the quickest
what
hair.
The fuck?
It's that and pubes. It's got to be the quickest fucking hair.
Well, the first time you shave it, it's just fire. Your nose is just on fire. You notice how like last week I was all like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that means you're cutting it really low. I don't.
I shaved the motherfucker all the way down.
Oh, see, I can't do that. Mine, but that might be. So my $6 one, we went over to that Ross, that new store over by Lowell's, and one of the sections they had in there. Nobody bought it if it is good or something.
Throwing salt and shit. Get back here. Get out.
Demons be gone. Anyway, we went into that little department store, or whatever store it is.
What was that, Tony Robbins? Demons be gone.
Joel Osteen, give me money.
Oh my God! And, you have an episode about him.
No, fuck that. I'm not talking about him. So, he's just like them Duggars. We get so far off topic.
Oh.
Anyway, I found it for $6. It was like $5.99. But it's just a pencil. It's the size of a pencil. You put like one AAA in it, and it just fucking hammers down the weeds.
Really?
And I'm like, you know what? And I bought it. Honestly, Eric, of all the stupid shit I buy year to year, that might be the dime piece I purchased.
I was wondering about Nair.
Nair?
If you shove Nair up there,
I don't.
Would it work?
Shove Nair up there.
Would it work?
I don't think you're supposed to. Nair is supposed to be for topical use only. Topical. Like
it's
on
basically
your skin.
topical. It's like it's basically.
No, that's
skin.
in, Eric. I wouldn't.
It's basically skin. Like
no. Let's just rub it around the rim of your asshole too while you're at it. Like no.
Why not? No. Why wouldn't you rub that on your ass?
Actually, can you?
Who wants hair on their ass? Who wants hair on their asshole?
I don't know.
There's
bears.
Not many places on my body I would really want hair. Honestly, really? Face is fine. But go back to what we were saying. Like you growing the beard. If you could,
I'm not shaving it. Yeah.
How about you? You and I.
I'm gonna clean this up.
Yes, you need to at least trim it so it's not hanging over your mouth.
Yeah.
But it's coming in really thick. You're not
What do you want to say, Eric? I'm a thick boy.
You're not.
Everything I do is thick.
Gray. You are
It's white.
You're jet black.
No, there's some white in there.
There's a couple tendrils of white, but you are jet black.
There's a couple tendrils. Tendrils.
Tell you what. If you want to keep growing it, I will keep growing mine. We will have a pact.
I'm not. No.
What?
We're not making a pact. Just grow it out if you want to.
No, let's have a pact.
No, we're not 17, Eric.
Let's do this together.
No, we're not jerking off in the woods and fucking cutting our hands.
Well, I'm gonna fucking shave it next week then. Fuck.
Do whatever you want, man.
God damn you.
Be free. So you're telling me the only way you're
how long
gonna
is
keep
my
your
hair
hair growing out is if your brother would have been like, yeah, let's make a blood pact to grow our facial.
I think it'd be fun.
Then fucking grow it, Eric.
I think it'd be fun. It's not gonna be fun if I'm doing it alone. It'd be fun if I knew in the back.
I can tell you right now.
If I knew in the back of my mind.
Shave, Eric.
If I knew in the back of my mind, hey, Craig's growing his shit out again, because yours grows so much faster than mine. If I was like, Craig's growing his shit out, so I'm gonna grow my shit out, and in 2 years we're gonna just down to our tits. It's gonna be great.
Just about the tit level. Well, see, now that's a challenge because you're getting older, so your tits are getting lower. But
that's not what I'm talking about.
Right,
it's
about
a challenge
the time
because
there, I get
let's
bored.
do it 2 years. What's today?
2 years?
December 13th.
I didn't shave it.
December 13th of 2025.
Yeah.
That's 3 years.
What I really got
2024. We'll do 2 years.
Is I gotta reel in the downstairs. That shit grows too quick. That I would nair in a heartbeat.
I shave that like once every 6 months. It doesn't grow that fast.
Once every 6 months?
It doesn't grow that fast.
Fucking A.
It doesn't.
Sir, you need vitamin D now. 2 months.
Well, I don't use my nether region.
I don't either. But
so it doesn't matter.
Shit, dude. If I let that shit go for like 7 days, it's like longer than the arm hair. I'm like,
I need to shave my ass hair.
No,
back hair.
Okay.
The back hair is.
See, I look like I lived under power lines as a child.
The back.
My shit's splotchy as shit.
The back hair showed up in the last few years. Weird, just weird.
Mine.
Looking.
I just look like a weird.
I dry off in the shower. I look in the mirror. I'm like, what the fuck?
I look and it looks like a map of Chernobyl. It's just fucking weird.
The chest hair has been there since probably I was 17.
Yeah.
The upper shoulder hair.
It's where it starts to get splotchy.
Started about in college.
Yeah.
Freshman, sophomore year. Started getting the, the back hair though is the last few years. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is not cool. This is not cool. I don't like this anymore.
I started getting like weird toe hair and shit.
Toe hair has always been there. Toe hair was there before I had pubic hair.
Oh, that's weird.
Toe hair's always just been. It's like 6 random hairs, and it's like you guys drew the short stuff.
Yeah, but they come up and they're like.
Well, they drew the short straw because they're all the way down there on the toe when they could be on like my back. They're.
I don't want to talk about back hair. I'm very self-conscious.
Them poor fuckers, man.
Like if I could nair my back,
I feel bad for them.
Because there's like. My back, you say how full my face grows in.
What is Nair and how does it work?
I don't know. It's like magic or something. But
you
said, so if I could take some of the fullness of my face and fill in the weird fucked up spots on my back, I feel like that would be better.
You just need to trim your cheek lines.
Yeah, I usually do. They're just growing through.
Whatever your mustache grows over your mouth, you need to trim that.
See, now that I know.
Here's your soul patch. Right in here?
No, I let that.
No. Trim that up. Get a nice thin line going down, or get rid of it.
No, and I just have it open here? No.
Yeah.
Look like I got kissed by an angel.
There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on.
I know.
I
think it makes my face
look wild. It's jet black.
My face look trimmer.
It's jet black. Your face is pale as fuck.
No, it's not.
Deal with the soul patch a little bit. Either do a thin line or get rid of it.
I'm not doing a thin line.
Then get rid of it.
I'm not a fucking jazz musician who works at a grocery store.
I'm trying to help you, I'm trying to help you accent your fucking face.
My face accents itself.
Now, see, the thing is, like, your cheeks, it looks like you got a little bit of hair up on your cheeks, but it doesn't come up as thick towards your eyes.
No, it doesn't.
Mine started doing that a lot more, and whenever I shave it back, I start getting the fucking acne
up here. I
gotta deal with
this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. I feel Russian as fuck.
We inherited that from Dad.
Jesus Christ.
You look at old pictures of Dad when he was in high school or whatever, he had the fucking unibrow.
The Putin brow?
That was the Iron Curtain going across his fucking face.
Fucking separating Berlin right there.
Yeah.
can't say we don't have great analogies.
Yeah. I shave mine all the fucking time.
But yeah, in closing, that's my story. Obviously, Mom and Dad love you more. I'm just kidding. No, that was a good one. That was a good Christmas, though. I was just like, it caught me off guard because Dad was like shitting on Remy. And I could have the brand switched or something, but I just know for a fact I opened it up and he goes,
I think.
Oh.
I don't like Christmas.
Okay.
I don't like it. Let's say the 13th. So we're gonna have pull up the calendar. I don't know. I don't know if we should have the Christmas discussion now or we should wait till next week.
What's the Christmas discussion?
I don't like Christmas.
Yeah, let's wait till next week. Yeah, because I don't really know how to take that right now.
Okay.
Well, because to be honest with you, I didn't like Christmas either. When Rachel and I were
I'll write it down.
Severely broke. So it's the worst part about Christmas, as the older you get, is not being able to buy nice things for the people that you love.
See, that's why.
So there was a good 5 or 6 years where I did turn into Scrooge, and I didn't like Christmas, and I didn't like receiving gifts, but really not being able to buy people shit because I had car payments or insurance payments and
that's why
rent and utilities.
That's why I hate Christmas. Because everybody thinks they need to buy people shit.
Christmas is an anomaly because you don't. The older you get, you don't judge on what you get. You judge on what you give, but both can be just as selfish.
It's got nothing to do with any of that. It's got nothing to do with what you get or what you give.
I'm listening. And we'll just wait till next week. Wait till next week.
You want to wait till next week?
Yeah, we'll wait till next week.
All right, let's wait till
I
next
pretty
week.
much said my piece, but having a child changes your outlook on
I don't
Christmas.
like Christmas. I like Christmas for some reasons. I don't like Christmas for a lot of reasons.
Huh. Okay.
What are we at?
42 minutes.
Oh, shit.
It's pretty good.
Okay, so... I got a surprise for you this weekend. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Is it a Christmas gift?
No, it's a joke, but you're going to have to figure out what it is. That's all I'm going to tell you.
So it's my life, and I have to figure out what it is.
No, it's not a joke.
I'm screwed, Eric. What do you mean it's a joke? Well, you should have told me this on a fucking Tuesday, because now...
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Tuesday?
It's going to be great, because it's going to be great. It's going to be great. You're going to have fun.
Apparently
You're having a lot of fun.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Sweet Jesus, mother of God.
I'll sit down here and entertain the good people with the smooth jazz of Kenny G. Just kidding. I'm just going to breathe into the
Kenny
fucking
G?
microphone.
Kenny G was the one who played the alto sax?
It was an alto, but yeah.
What was it? It was a special kind of sax, right? You used to play the sax.
I used to play the alto saxophone, yes.
Was it the alto?
He didn't play the alto, no.
Do you still have that thing?
No, I fucking sold that for like $50. I told you I was broke.
My trumpet, I found my trumpet down in the basement today.
You should sell it.
Probably gonna melt it down. I probably sell brass. Brass is like $3.50 a pound right now.
Okay. Yes, I used to play the saxophone. Long time ago. Probably can't play that shit now. It was fun. I guess. I don't know. This is super awkward when no one else is down here. I feel like a weird conspiracy theorist or something. I'm just gonna start rambling into this microphone about Bigfoot or the female orgasm, or the shit that doesn't exist, but should. But yeah, so there I was. Fuck, this is awkward. Fucking Eric. Can't hold his liquor for 15 minutes. Well, I feel like if you've made it this far into this episode, you're either really, really contemplating never listening to us again, or you're a really big fan. Either way, we appreciate you. A little bit more if you're a fan, though, obviously. Yeah, I have nothing else to really talk about. My list is half good questions, half Chinese takeout order that I did when I was doing some research the other day down here. But yeah, pineapple chicken from China King in Maslin. It's pretty good. I give it about a 6 out of 10. Not bad. Welcome back, Eric.
Thanks, buddy. Couldn't wait. Just couldn't do it.
That's fine. I left you a surprise in that 3.5 minutes.
Did you?
No, I fucking didn't. I just didn't.
Well, I'm gonna fucking look at it later. We gotta edit it.
It's very, very weird when no one else is down here, because, like, you're just. I said I felt like a conspiracy theorist, just like talking into a microphone.
Well, you think about it. I mean, there's been many.
I don't think I could do a manifesto show.
I'm not saying you have to do a manifesto show. I'm saying there's a lot of men before us who have done solo radio shows.
That's what it felt like. But I don't.
There's a lot of them that have done it.
It's not that I necessarily need the validation.
Who was it that just died? Glenn Beck? Was he the one that just died?
Yeah.
Fuck, he did a.
I thought Beck was a singer.
No, he did a solo show for. God, since before we were born, I think.
But it's kind of cathartic too, because you can say whatever you want. I mean, I can say whatever I want regardless, but you know what I mean? Like, you can say what's on your mind.
You got a random thought about something that happened this week, and you'd be like, hey, did you guys see this fucking thing? Stansbury, 106.9.
See, I need to listen.
Every fucking day.
He has a podcast, right?
Every fucking day that guy is a one-man show.
But he still does radio, but he still does a podcast, right?
I don't know if he does a podcast, but every day he's pretty much a one-man show.
I'm thinking of
He doesn't have people come on and talk to him.
I'm thinking of Phantom.
He literally sits there and said, hey, have you guys seen this shit? This is fucking wild. And he goes into all this crazy,
and that's why I would love to.
He kind of just throws his thoughts out there and says, all right, we're going to listen to some rock.
I would love to do
20 minutes of rock, and then he comes back and he goes, hey, we were talking about this earlier, and
that was my dream job.
He's a one-man show. He is a one-man show.
That was my dream job at one point.
He does a damn good job of it.
Was to be on the radio.
I think listening to him on the radio is a lot of fun.
But most radio jobs,
I'd rather listen to him than
are few and far between. And then you have to have like a communications degree and shit. So obviously I didn't want to do that.
Who's it? Scott and Sarah on 94.9.
They're like
fucking hate listening to them.
No, they're like rich.
Yeah.
White people trash.
They're bougie as fuck.
Like, I don't, not to shit on my own race, but they're like, I don't know how.
It would be if, like...
It's like church...
It would be if, like, Bill had a fucking radio show.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's just
those
snubby.
two. I can't stand listening to them.
Well, they're so judgmental and like, but like rich people judgmental.
The only person I can stand listening to is Stansbury, for the most part.
What's the other one? Is it Sue Wilson? Scott Wynn and Sue Wilson. I think they're okay. And then what was the name of the ones you just said?
Scott and Sarah.
Scott and Sarah. Yeah, those. I
think it was Scott Wynn though. Scott Wynn.
Oh, maybe that's the one I don't like.
Scott Wynn, 94.9.
Yeah, I don't know. It's 105.1 or it's not 94.9, but it's one of them I can't stand because
Bobby Bones is fuck.
So
Bobby Bones is 105.1, I think.
He's 99.7, but that's a transfer station because they're obviously in Tennessee. Big fan of Bobby Bones.
Bobby Bones is all right, but he ain't no Stansbury. So,
Bobby Bones, to me, has the perfect job. He has a $1 million contract with his radio station.
Whoa!
He also has a contract with CMT TV, CMT Media, country music,
Really?
Yeah. And he's in Nashville. So he literally knows everyone. He was a fucking host for the Country Music Awards.
Yeah.
The CMAs. And then he got snubbed, and then he also does stand-up. He does clean stand-up.
Really?
He is the guy. He also wrote a book. He's an author. He's from really humble beginnings. He's from Arkansas. He grew up dirt floor, poor, fucking. I mean, his family was poor. And he's actually older than people peg him, too. Most people look at him and they're like, oh, he's in his 30s. I think he's late 40s, mid to late 40s. But he kind of is like the perfect... I don't know. I don't want to say perfect role model, but he's a damn good role model. And he's dating a model, or he's engaged to a model. But he's... I don't know, he's just kind of like... If I was in the country music scene, he also sings and he's in a band, but they do like...
Damn, I know.
Yeah, I'm kind of a geek when it comes to Bobby Bones. I don't know, he's just like a do-everything Swiss Army human being. And I don't know, I just would love
Is he
to get
in
to know
Tennessee?
him. Yeah, he's in Nashville, yeah.
Can we still get him up here?
Oh, dude, he is way out of our league, man.
Well, no, I mean, like, listening on, like, 99.7.
That's why I said it's a transfer station, so it's actually pinging off of... But I listen to his podcast, and I listen to his... Dude, he's basically in the studio all day, every day.
God damn, I mean, like...
But he does...
That's pretty crazy.
Everything, and they do a video show of his Bobby Bones show.
He's probably got a few million people listening to him every morning.
Oh, he's got like 20 million on Twitter.
And not even talking about that. Like every morning when he goes live.
Oh yeah, it's because
he's reaching from Tennessee all the way up to Canton,
and then out west too.
Yeah, he's probably reaching a few million people at least.
At any time he could pick up his phone and be like, "Hey, what's up, Luke?"
Tim McGraw come in,
and he can go to their house. He actually lives down the street from a couple, like, pretty dope guy. All right, and like I said, the only thing he does, the clean stand-up, his stand-up's funny. It's just, you know how I feel about clean stand-up, or people that are purposely trying to keep everything clean. But he does it very well. And I don't know, he's just, like, people pay to see him. He's got revenue coming in left and right, tits up. He's just, I don't know, he's kind of a hell of an idol. I very much respect and admire him.
I didn't know that much about him. I thought he was...
You're welcome. He has a forearm tattoo of the state of Arkansas. I don't know, that's just one of the...
I thought he was just another local station or whatever. I didn't know he was...
No, he's huge. He's easily the biggest thing in country music radio. As far as host. Host and personality. Radio personality. Media personality, if you will. Big time. I mean, he literally every morning has a country music star. Up and coming and legend.
Man, what must that feel like?
He's
coming to the office every morning. I mean, he's probably coming into work at
Merle Haggard.
He's probably in the studio at 5, 6 a.m.
He's performed with Dan and Shay.
He's going live, and there's maybe I'm going to revise my estimate from earlier, 3 million. There's probably 15 million people he's reaching. If he's coming from, if he's in Tennessee and he's reaching people in Northeast Ohio, I mean, he's reaching people on the West Coast. He's probably reaching people as far down as Northern Florida.
Because people from his hometown in Arkansas listen to him.
People out to fucking Missouri and Arkansas.
Well, that's the thing, Eric.
He's probably reaching at least 50 million people.
You don't have to listen to his radio show. You can get his shit directly on your phone for your ride to work.
Yeah.
So it's not... Radio is such a weird thing. Radio has evolved to like where he is. His station not only owns the station and that, but they also own all media rights to anything he touches. That's why he's under contract.
Well, he's
not
just
even his
he's
co-hosts,
not just broadcasting.
His co-hosts make a lot of money.
He's not just broadcasting on the radio. He's
it's
probably out there. Spotify,
and it's recorded.
Amazon Music, Deezer, God,
yes.
Every fucking.
I used to listen to his
platform.
I used to listen to his through my computer, his morning show, through my computer, not on the radio. It was through one of the radio sites or something that it was broadcasted, and I would put it as the background, and then just put my work on the screen ahead of it, and I would just listen for hours. His shows, yeah, they're pretty entertaining, pretty good. He's got his panel, or his team, if you will, is the same people that is Eddie, and Eddie's in his band, real good friends. Amy, sweetheart, blonde chick, down home Southern girl. This goofy fucker named Lunchbox, who is a complete fucking shit stain, but like kind of also a good guy.
He's like Bowie from Howard Stern,
and he does like, for some reason, Lunchbox is like, who's mildly retarded, can guess women's age based on their voice, and it was like he went like 10 for 15 or 10 for 12 or something with women calling in. And he guessed their age. I don't know if it was planned or staged, but it was kind of crazy. Yeah, it's a little weird. But Lunchbox is also like family man. Like he's just, yeah, he's mildly retarded. And
he's mildly retarded.
And does dumb shit. They send him into like stores and stuff with a wire to do like funny stuff. But like the thing is, they have so many followers and they're so popular now because of Bobby that that shit's getting hard. But to be him, he's kind of like, when it comes to country music radio, he's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, internationally, too. He'll travel.
I always like Stansbury because the one day I was on the way to work and he was talking about how, I don't really remember how it went down, but he was talking about how, like, he ended up in Canton. It was almost like he got assigned to the radio station like he was a fucking priest, you know? Like, he was a priest that got assigned to the parish or whatever. Yes. And he fell in love with Canton in Northeast Ohio and Cleveland and whatnot. And, like, he kind of just, like, took up the mantle and, like...
Stayed, yeah.
I
forget where he's from.
He's our radio host.
He is, yeah.
He is. He's our radio
personality.
Host. I think he's great in how he breaks things down and whatnot.
So he took over for... Do you remember DeLuca and Mo and all those guys?
Yeah.
And they were great, too, but each one of them had one fuck-up that basically canceled their careers.
I don't remember.
DeLuca said something sexist, and then Mo made fun of a retarded person on
That's
the air.
it?
Oh, yeah. That was all it took.
How long ago was this? Because Stansbury's been around a long time, hasn't he?
He has,
He's been around like 6-7... He's probably been around 6-7 years.
I haven't heard DeLuca or Mo on the radio. Dude, you're talking...
So you're telling me, like, 2012, these assholes got canceled for sexism and making fun of retarded people?
100%.
Holy fucking shit.
But then the guys, like...
what did they say? They must have been really ahead of their time.
Mo... See, you and I would have liked Mo. Mo was an in-your-face, said whatever he wanted. But that day that he did what he did, the brakes came off, train came off the rail. He did not know he was talking to a mentally handicapped person on the radio, and I don't know if he figured it out before it was too late, but it was bad. DeLuca was always kind of like that scummy older guy trying to bang the college chick.
Jesus
I don't know.
Christ.
His time was coming, and it was funny that he lasted as long as he did. These guys might still be around. Everybody that's listening, all 7 of you, if you know anything about these people, let us know. Because
this would be why it'd be really awesome to get Dan on the show. Be like, Dan, what happened?
He might have had interactions with them too.
He probably knows. Probably knows why he was.
But there's also
replacing them.
Did you listen to the Alliance one, Christian and the hot blonde chick, Megan? Christian and Megan, they took over for somebody. Christian's boring as fuck. I don't really understand. And then Megan's just super vain. I think they both went separate ways too.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Nicolina, the Midday Diva, like any of those. They're a more boring station, but they played okay music. They're a lot. That's out of Alliance. So whatever radio station's out of Alliance,
I don't know.
But yeah, I listened to a fuck ton of radio.
I like Dan.
Stan's great. Everyone
Dan is
the
our,
thing I like about
Dan
him
is our
everyone loves him.
Radio steward.
No, I have never heard anybody say anything
bad about him. Go to work at 5 a.m. or whatever he's on.
But who was he with?
Talking about God knows what. He's talking about shit I want to hear about.
Was he with somebody else when he was coming up?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I'm thinking it's always just been Dan Stansbury. And He's got a counterpart, Chumley, who does the night show. Chumley does the night show.
A lot of guys.
So it's like if I'm coming home at like 8
did you ever
p.m. or
listen?
whatever, Chumley's on.
And what is that? What music was it? Rock?
106.9, yeah, it's rock.
106.9.
It's rock.
Did you ever listen to? There was a night shift guy that did one of the country stations. Rachel knows him. Her and I used to listen to him all the time. He did. I thought his name was Justin. Really, he was a lot like Stansberry.
Yeah.
But he was more PG, I guess you'd say.
No.
Stansberry tells it like it is.
Dan's pretty PG. He's
not afraid though.
But he's not afraid. He'll push the envelope. He'll say,
he has that voice
he'll say
too.
"goddamn," and
you
he'll
can listen to him.
And he'll talk. He was the one that was talking about the whole episode when you and I were talking about swingers.
Yeah,
that was born out of.
That's right. Yeah,
that was born out
quite
of
a bit. Then
me going to work the one morning, and Dan was.
Now, how accessible is he?
He was talking to some swingers, and I thought, man, this is a good topic.
Like if we
this is a good solid topic. I don't know. I don't even know where's the radio station at.
I will look after this.
I don't know. He's one of my top tier.
If we emailed him,
I would love to have him on the show sometime.
And we were like, hey, and I don't know if these guys can even be a part of podcasts. I don't know if they can be a part of podcasts like ours. But I would love to even just sit down and pick his brain.
Yeah, that's why I said he's
not even on the show. We don't. If he's not allowed to record, I would just take a meeting with him. Honestly,
yeah, that would be fun. We're not gonna record shit. We're just gonna sit here and bullshit.
Well, just tell them we're trying to be up and coming. We're not even up and coming.
I don't know if Dan would want to waste his time doing something.
He might have it in his contract that he can't, Eric. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, but I think it'd be fun to get in contact with him and.
But I feel like I know somebody that knows him. You want to
come over for an afternoon, a couple hours? We just sit down and bullshit.
I want to say I know somebody that knows him.
He goes to like First Friday and shit. You know, man, they're having First Friday over in Canton. He's there, hanging out. You know.
Yeah, I want to say
he. What I love about him is, like I said, he kind of. I don't know his story, but it kind of seems to me like he was. Like a Catholic priest. He got assigned to Canton.
Yeah.
He got assigned to Canton.
He was banished to here.
He took it in stride, and he is our guy.
Yeah.
He is our, he's our disc jockey, man. He's there. He's there when we're going to work in the morning. He's there.
Well, it helps that he's got a great time that he's on, too. I would take any time.
He stepped up. Canton's not the most glorious place to be in the world. Like, if I was a priest and I got assigned to Canton, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I don't think there's enough holy water in the world.
But Dan got, at least in my perspective, he got assigned to Canton. He stepped up. He is our guy. He is. He's our disc jockey.
I want to look at
He's there.
Sending him an email.
Is there every morning when we go to work, and he's
there to.
He's going to First Friday.
Yeah.
He's going down to Canton Brewery. He's doing all this. He is getting involved in all this shit in Canton.
He's there to keep the toaster out of the bathtub at the end of a long day.
He is stepping up and being Canton's best advocate.
That's cool.
He is. And that's what I like about him.
All right, we're going to do some research on him. And I feel like I want to reach out. I feel like I could
I'll try to reach out to him and see what I can find.
I can put together a perfectly worded email to just pick his brain. And he might get that on a daily basis. He might be like, who are these fat weirdos? Fuck them. You know?
It might be like a 5 p.m. Yeah, I'll come by.
But I feel like we need to stomp our logo in the bottom of that email with a link to the show.
Yeah.
All right. So we're at 104. Holy shit. Yeah. Why don't you tell the good people where to find us?
I think it'd be a lot of fun to like I said, Dan is probably one of the top 3 guests I'd like to have. Oh god, if you're looking for us, you should be. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Amazon Music. You can find us on Deezer. You can find us on Ghana. The video will be uploaded to YouTube, Harm's Way Podcast. You can find us at Harm's Way Podcast on pretty much everything, except if you're searching on Rumble, you have to search by channel, not video.
I did that earlier.
Search by channel, Harm's Way Podcast. You'll find us. You can find us on Instagram at Harm's Way Podcast. You can find us on TikTok at Harm's Way 8993. Really, TikTok's the only one that we're not.
We're working on it.
Harm's Way Podcast.
We're working on it. Gonna wait another 30 days.
Yeah. We're playing downfield. We're in the middle of winter. We're right in the middle of it.
Seasonal defective disorder.
The winter solstice is coming up in 9 days. Thank God.
Who the fuck?
Do you know what the winter solstice is?
No, Eric, I did not.
It's the
Is it an Illuminati thing?
No, asshole. It's the point where the days start getting longer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that is good, yeah. And we start seeing a little more daylight.
Winter solstice is the shortest day of the year. After that, the days start getting longer.
You sacrifice 6 virgins and a bunch of goats.
No, you don't. You're a fucking asshole. I'd say by beginning of March, mid-March, days significantly longer. God, I hate winter. Yeah, leave us a like, comment, subscribe.
That would be best.
We'd love to hear from you.
Tell us how much you love us, hate us.
We're trying our best. Give us some advice. We're playing downfield, and I think we talked about starting a Patreon here soon.
That's in the works. We got some stuff to do.
Maybe we'll do that. 35? 35?
36. This is episode 36.
This is 36? Holy shit, 36 in the book. Are you sure it's 36?
Let me look.
I don't think it's 36. No, I think you're right.
We'll figure out something to do for special once we get to 50.
33 was when...
Which is not that far off, honestly. So.
I think 33 was when we had Taylor on. Yeah. So it is 36.
Yep. So yeah.
We're getting there.
Give us some love, because we love y'all. Until next time.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Bye.